In my mic. Okay. I gotta change the settings again. Because I messed up the settings again and I don't know how. Because I didn't touch it. Since, like, last time I played. Okay. Is my thing working? Hello? Fix my mic. How about this? Is this? Yeah, the mic is working now. Okay, well now the thing is really quiet and I don't know why. Maybe the sound effects are just quiet. Let's... Right, we're here. We're in the past. We're playing as Phoenix. I call him Apollo. Oh, that's not it. I wanted to put the effects up there just because I'm used to it like that. Very impressive, Mr. Wright, I have to say. I don't remember what I gave you for your voice. I expected nothing less. We've only just begun. I was hoping you could tell me a bit more about what happened, actually. Do not think you would believe me if I told you. Better that you discover the truth for yourself. Okay, well that... I was thinking of you, you know? I think we need less thinking and more talking. That night in the hospital? What really happened? The way you gleam, the way your eyes gleam, Mr. Wright. You'll scare Trucy. Speaking of which, where is she? You've seen the problem yourself, the letter. The one shot in the forehead. One, right? Yes. And the reason he speaks of it. Cannot deny my mentor's wishes, even if it meant my own death. Why not? This is something I will not say for now, at least. What's this for now business? I've done many things in my life, some well, some poorly. But this is a cross we must bear alone to our graves. We? You wanted to know... Okay, I think that's just my mic. You wanted to know about the night of the incident? Finally, this guy sure likes taking his time to get to the important stuff. This is Phoenix. Relax. Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time. And found there, upon his bedside table, 2 pistols. 2? 2? 2! Yes, the one I had used on stage, and the one that had been used by my partner, Valent. Oh, for the Zack and Valent's quick draw thing? My mentor. The look of one sleeping. I stood by his bedside, hearing only the light sound of his breathing. Then I took the pistol into my hand. I cannot deny that my resolve... Resolve? Did someone say resolve? Faltered then for a moment. You faltered? You mean you thought about shooting him? Recall there was a reason I could not refuse his request. His last such request, though not his first. So there were other requests you couldn't refuse before. To be honest, I've not always been steadfast, and I fear I've brought pain upon Trucy. Was Magnifi coercing his disciples somehow? Just what was going on in Troop Gramarye? Yet in the end, I did not shoot him. Yippee! Instead, I turned and shot the clown. So the pistol I had fired... Oh, I took the pistol I had fired and placed it back into my pocket. I got my mic. In your pocket? It's right there! I believe if you examine the bullet in the clown's head, it matches the pistol that I used. That's what he says. That's what he's gonna say. You'll find it to be one... different than the one in my mentor. What? What were those called? Hold on, let me fix my mic real quick. Something strange is going on here. I need to fix my mic. Oh, that means I'm gonna have to turn it around completely. Okay, one sec. How about this? Will this work? Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Don't mind me just messing with my mic. I think that works. Yippee, I'm a gamer. What were those called? Rifling marks. Ballistic markings. Yes, well that's all I have to tell you concerning the case. Concerning the case? You mean, there's something else you can't tell me? You are a fascinating man, Mr. Wright. Thanks? Yes, there is something. My mentor. His eyes opened. What? Magnifique Gramarye? The old devil. He was not asleep, you see. Of course, the gunshot would have woken him anyway. Why'd you shoot the doll? And there we had our last discussion as mentor and pupil. It was not a long discussion, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes or so. What did you talk about? Haha, Mr. Wright, did I not just tell you? No, you didn't. Does not concern this case. Zach Gramarye. He seems pretty steadfast to me, or maybe just stubborn. Mr. Wright, your presence is requested in the courtroom. Once again, I'm in your hands. Right. That's me. Get back in. Let's get back in there. Court is now back in session. During our recess, a bullet was found in and dug out from the clown's head. Wow, this is news. And the rifling marks? There wasn't time to do a detailed analysis. Though they did find the weapon type matches the murder weapon. Well, that's not very conclusive, is it? Which is why I'm about to call my very decisive witness. Is it Valent? You're a decisive witness? How many times have I heard those words? Though they often turn out to be far less decisive than you think. Ah, don't worry on my account. I'm quite confident the witness will do the job. After all, he is intimately acquainted with the players in our little production. Bring in the other half of Troop Gramarye's famous duo, Zach and Valent. Valent Gramarye. So we get to meet the great Magnifique's other disciple. Here he is. He don't got a mustache. Did he have a mustache? I don't remember what old Zach looks like. I mean, Valent. Shoot. Perhaps we'll start by asking your name and occupation. Valent Gramarye, magician. You're the decisive witness, are you? Can you prove your fellow student your partner's guilt? Fate, the grand illusion, filled with traps and tricks. He probably sounds like that. Wait, the shooting took place in that hospital after 11 o'clock that night. If you're a witness, does that mean you were there that late? If one were to deduce his logically, the conclusion is yes! Okay. I always get the characters, don't I? I have an interesting fact for you. You see, several days before the crime, my witness received this. That looks very familiar. Is it also telling him the shooter? Whoever shoots me will get the, thingy. Wait. That's the same letter Zach Gramarye received. Yes! Or perhaps I should say, ta-da! I gotta exit out some of the windows, I just realized. Things. Order! Cubed! And what does it say? Surely not the same thing. Perhaps you should see for yourself. Maybe I should wear sunglasses every time Klavier comes up. Oh, it's the same thing. The court accepts this as evidence. Okay, now let's. This is most unusual. Oops, that's not the court record. 11:20. This one says 11:05, and this one says 11:20. Okay. Oops. What exactly was your true Grammary up to? Grammar. Yee. By which you mean? I'm just having trouble envisioning the man who could ask his students to kill him. Both of them, no less. It's just my opinion, Head Judge. But from these letters, I'd say he was coercing them, not asking them. We walked to the magician's path together, and in so doing, shared much of our lives. When people are so close, there is a strain, a warping of relations, you might say. Yet this has nothing to do with the case at hand. By which you mean you're not going to tell us. Which makes me wonder even more about this reason they couldn't refuse. But the reason they couldn't refuse could prove to be a motive, so we kind of need that. Let's get the testimony started. Defendant Zach Grammary stands accused. Tell us why. Oh, I'll do more than that. For where he walks, the red roses rise singing hymns to the miracle that is magic. Fascinating. Though I hardly need to remind you that the evidence could just as clearly point to you as the suspect. The letter, the murder, the weapon, and now the 2 bullets found at the scene. In fact, the only difference seems to be the designated time. Ha 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 ha! Oh, that was really bad. Every magician knows timing is everything. Yes. And now it's time to get this party fired up. I'm all fired up. Not to Dragneel from Fairy Tale. That night I visited the hospital room at the time Magnifear requested. The smell of gunpowder hang in the room and my mentor had taken his final bow. I did not imagine my fellow student might have received the same instructions. Yet a deal with the dead is still a deal. Death's sweet kiss, I gave to the clown. Then I informed the doctor and the police. Okay, wait, what? So you are the one who reported the crime? Indeed, I would think. This fact alone would clear my name of suspicion. Well, now you're back in my suspicion. That doesn't work in Ace Attorney. At least, not like this way. Let's not jump to any conclusions. Yes, the cross-examination generally comes before the conclusions in this court. But if your testimony proves to be true, then the defendant, Zach Grammary, is guilty. And if it wasn't Zach Grammary, then the killer was you, Valent. Aha, but it couldn't have been me. I have a cool cane. And there's no disappearing act, and no disappearing act will get you out of that. Okay, but still doesn't make sense. I was thinking about things to bring up. Like the fact that I can't do portraits. Oops. Okay. Hold it! Hold it! Which, according to the letter, was 11:20 p.m. So, cause here, this is Shady Smith. Like the guy that got killed in the first case. So I don't understand. I don't understand. He like... And Trucy's 8 here. She's so goofy. There's Clavier. Why does he look like that? God. Okay. Magnifear Grammary died after being shot in the head while in the hospital. And then we have Gumshoe! Oh, I love this guy. And then we have Valent. Cause this is literally the guy that got killed, and I don't understand that. Indeed. And magic timing is everything. Right. That's me. Consider the illusion of teleportation. If I were to appear on stage before my stunt double has left, well, how would that look? Why, it will reveal the very secrets of my magic! Now that you've revealed the secrets of your magic for all of us, let's move on. You were at the designated time. You went at the designated time. What did you see? I'm a rock star. That was a guitar if you couldn't tell. Okay, maybe I'll delete that from this. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room, and Memento had taken his final bow. Twisted Karma in his final bow? So, you weren't worried for your own safety at all? I mean, you smelled gunpowder, yes? What if the shooter was still nearby? I did not consider this, to be honest. It is forbidden for a magician to have a good imagination. Really? Isn't magic all about illusions and imagination? How about this? You were the shooter, which is why you weren't afraid. Now you're the one imagining. It is forbidden for a lawyer to have a good imagination. Witness will refrain from pausing so suspiciously before responding. My forbidden imagination is starting to imagine things. I did not imagine, my fellow student. It's forbidden for us to have imagination. Which brings us back to this reason neither of you could refuse. So it does. And my partner, he did not refuse. But Magnifi wrote the same thing to you. How could you refuse if Zack couldn't? Because I have a will of steel, of course. I also do this trick where I bend steel bars, so perhaps steel isn't all that strong. So which is it? Mind if I continue? Yes, I do mind. Shut up, I'm thinking. Now, to deal with the dead is still a deal. Death's sweet kiss I gave to that clown. There were 2 bullet holes at the scene, the one in the victim and the one in the clown. You're saying that the one who shot the clown was you? No doubt my partner Zack said much the same thing. Yeah, because whoever didn't shoot the clown committed murder. I'd better dig around here a bit more and see what I turn up. Mr. Valent, let me ask you something else concerning the crime scene, namely the number of pistols. How many pistols were there when you entered the room? By which you mean what precisely? 2 pistols were used in the scene. 2 pistols were used in the Zack and Valent quick draw shoot 'em, correct? 1 for each of you. You are well informed, yet. Only one of my old friends said in the hospital room that night. What did Zack tell me about in the lobby? Flashback. Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time. 2 pistols. I took the pistol and fired. The pistol that you fired. Who did you fire at? That's a neat flashback! Only 1 pistol? Only 1 pistol? Yep! Only 1 pistol is visible in the photograph of the crime scene after all. So you picked up that pistol and fired it? Indeed I did. Alakazam, alakazing, alakaboom. Is the number of pistols really so important? Yeah. Number of pistols is quite important, Your Honor. Very well. Please add this detail to your testimony. What can I do but obey? Hold on a minute. It isn't 2:30. Oh, this is Zack. I mean, Valent. God, they're all the same. You shot the clown. Wait, how many pistols? Wait. Wait. That's Zack. I need Valent. I see no problem. There's only 1 pistol. Picked up the pistol and fired it. Is the number of pistols so important? Quite important. Okay, well. What else can I do but obey? Okay, but I don't have anything to contradict. Except for the fingerprint found. You have gloves. Sage pistol, Magnifi's letter, small syringe. Why do I have this? Why do I have this? Okay, wait. What's the? Maybe this is. farewell. This really will be the final testimony. Okay. What is going on? One pistol was in the hospital room. With that, you shot the clown. Do I have the bullet in my... I don't have the bullet. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna... Only one? So you took the only pistol there and fired it? That's correct. And the pistol was this one, which was left at the crime scene. Good show! I see you too are a magician of sorts. And you're an idiot of Whoa, Phoenix! And you're an idiot of sorts. You have any idea what you just said? I see the fire in your eyes as you glare at the witness. So how about heating up this trial a bit? These slow ballads bore me. Got a hunch, but maybe that's all it is. Maybe I should ask about something else. The location of the pistol. Pickups. Where exactly was the pistol when you entered the room? Atop a small beside table it was. As to say, here I am, take me into your hand and pull my trigger, shoot him. The victim clearly wanted to be shot. But why? Perhaps he wanted to go out with a bang. He will never hear the truth from his lips, so all we can do is guess. The location of the pistol, is that all really important? Yeah, no. I think... Yeah, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Only one. Okay, I'm gonna ask the last thing, which was the only pistol and you fired it. That's correct. And that pistol was this one. And you're an idiot of sorts. Let's heat this up again a bit. The bullet in the pistol. In order to shoot a pistol, you need a bullet. Where was the bullet? When I entered the room and picked up the pistol in my hand, the bullet was already loaded, ready to fire at any time. Magician is always prepared, you see. Prepared for... One never knows when a miracle will be called for. A magician always has 7 doves in his pocket and a white rabbit up each sleeve. Clearly, we're dealing with professionals here. Bullet? Loaded? Yeah, I'm just gonna... Without a loaded bullet, we wouldn't have a murder. It's very important, Your Honor. Very well. Please add this detail to your testimony. Ha 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 ha. We have to pull the trigger. Okay. What do you say about this then? If the pistol was already loaded, something doesn't make sense. Why weren't the victim's fingerprints on it? You should know that we of the Troupe Gramarye are capable of many things. One of these being levitation of iron balls without touching them. There's no magic involved here. The shooter was just methodical, that's all. He simply wiped everything of fingerprints. Can't really do much with fingerprints that weren't there. Maybe I should ask about something else. It's the number of pistols, because there was 2 pistols. Well, he took them, so there would only be 1 pistol there. And he didn't take it with him after, did he? So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna get this one. How many pistols? What did Zach tell me in the lobby? Ooh. Yeah, okay. One pistol is visible in the photograph. Wait. Fires 1 real bullet. Okay, it only fired once. Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay. I'm gonna press this one, and then I'm going to present the gun. So you informed the police. What did you do then? What do you suppose I did? I used my magic to levitate the mentor's corpse, perhaps. I don't know, that's why I'm asking. Now please answer the question and skip the sarcasm. After I made my report, I called the doctor and we returned to the room. While we waited for the police to arrive, we discussed stomach medicine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I going to have to bring back the... Am I gonna have to bring back the...
Atroquinine.
Oh no. We've confirmed this out with the doctor. It all checks out. He praised Mr. Vallon's knowledge of stomach medicine, in fact. Huh? Do you also know what...
Atroquinine.
Is? It is an honor I do not deserve, but I accept. Both the Magnifi students received the same letter. Both admit to having gone to the hospital that night. 2 bullets were fired, and one of them killed Magnify. It's time to find the cracks in his testimony. Okay. It's this one, and I was gonna present the gun.
Objection!
Oh, I'm so good! According to the defendant, Zach Gramery, when he entered the room, there were 2 pistols on that table. 2! So one of those pistols he used to shoot the clown in the forehead. Then he left with it in his pocket. Of course, this is what he would say. Unlike the hapless clown, we must assume our defendant had some brains in his head. Well, what about Mr. Vallon was told us? What did he tell us? You see, there's something about his testimony that doesn't make sense. What might that be? I told you. I took the pistol that was there and shot the clown. That's your story, at least. But the rifling marks tell a very different story, Mr. Vallon. Recall what Prosecutor Gavin told us. Huh? Wait, what did I tell you? We've compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. Rifling marks and bullet were a perfect match. Mr. Vallon, if you fired this pistol, then you shot the victim in the forehead. Order cubed! Oh, this is all rather sudden. What have I done? Prosecutor Gavin, I owe the court an apology. Sorry? Sorry for what? You see, I was unaware that 2 of these unique pistols were crafted. The analysis of the rifling marks only proved the type of gun that fired them. Gun that fired them. But that's not what you told us before. You said you'd verified the murder weapon. Which is why I'm apologizing to you now. Quite sincerely, might I add. Would you hold me accountable for a mistake made in my youth? That was just this morning. I'm still young. And might I add, it wasn't really my fault. The defendant had only admitted he took 1 pistol from the scene of the crime. We would not be having this pleasant... What? If the defendant had only... Yeah. Okay, now I understand what that means. We would not be having this pleasant discussion right now. Vallon Grammar, how many times are you gonna say, Yes, Your Honor. You are presented to this court as a decisive witness, but you have proven to be more divisive than decisive. Oh, look at his hair. Nuh-uh. You'll see in time. The testimony so far had... The what now? The testimony so far has been merely a review of the facts. The proof comes next. Care to elaborate, Prosecutor Gavin? Nuh-uh. When Mr. Vallon entered the hospital room, the victim had already been shot. As his next testimony will prove, Herr Wright, the real fight is about to begin. Bring it. Koi! Very well, the witness will now testify in court. Help us determine who shot what. Okay. Who shot what? I arrived in the hospital room at the appointed time, which is to say 11:20. After discovering the body, I fulfilled my obligation, then called in the doctor. The doctor examined the body before the police arrived. He was quite clear about time of death, 11:10 p.m. And the only one in the room that time was my partner, not me. Stop it! Stop. Every time you say, I get a little more annoyed at you. Those times are rather close, you have to admit. We're talking about an alibi established over a matter of 10 minutes. To use 10-minute discrepancy as the bias of your alibi is easy to explain in this situation, head judge. For example, take our debut hit single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love. Cue to the song, press the play button, and it will play for 2 minutes 15 seconds. Do it 100 times and the result is the same. Their debut single is only 2 minutes and 15 seconds long? What a ripoff. Well, how long is it supposed to be? 3 minutes, maybe? Magic is a world of... I didn't even get to read that line. Magic is a world of utmost precision. Hocus pocus requires admirable focus. And in time of death determined by the doctor, there was an incontrovertible truth. Very well. The prosecution warned us that we're dealing with rather precise times. We can expect the cross-examination to require the same level of precision. I hope the defense would remain from its customary... I gotta stop doing that, lest we blur the focus this case clearly demands. Point taken! He points a lot! When he says objection, baseless remarks will result in a penalty. Carry on, Mr. Wright. Carry on. Right. That's me. Okay. Drove to the hospital at the appointed time, discovering the body. It was quite... Oh, you sweating here. Oh, no, you're not. Well, who's to say? Who's to say? Am I allowed to question? 11:20 p.m. Can you prove... Can you prove it doesn't make sense? Can you prove that's when you arrived? Alas, such a feat may be beyond even the great Valent. For there was no one in that room but Magnifi, and he was departed after a fashion. I have here defendant Zach Grammary's sworn disposition. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time. It was 10 minutes before I left the room. The victim was still alive. The time indicated by this letter to Zach was 11:05. Exactly. Which means the witness could not have entered that room before 11:15. That took me a while to read the numbers. Like, what number is that? Because his partner was still in the middle of his crime. Partner in crime. I see someone did their arithmetic homework. You see, the defendant himself has corroborated with the witness's testimony. Witness's testimony. Does that all make sense? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did you say? Okay. 11:20. He arrived at 11:20. Because he was wait, I need to keep reading. He arrived at 11:20. It was 10 minutes before I left the room. The victim was still alive. 10 minutes before. Okay, that all makes sense, I suppose. Not a problem. I don't see any problem with that testimony. If you say so. Let's continue, shall we? Sometimes the most magical things of all is the truth. Well, ain't that right for Ace Attorney? Hold it! Hold it! You walked in on a murder and the first thing you do is shoot the clown? Maybe I should shoot the clown in this courtroom right now. That means you, Mr. Wright. The disciple does what the disciple must. My mentor's request without reason had cause for me to surfeit of sorrow. Surfeit? Surfeit? My mentor's request without a reason had cause for me,
Surfeit.
of sorrow. Surfeit. What does that mean? An excessive amount. For what would I, Valent, be now without him? May the soul of Magnifi of the great, find greater peace above. Huh? This I muttered to myself as I pulled that lonely trigger. You said it with the pauses too? Absolutely. In any case, I believe this is nothing more than what we have already learned. I'm still waiting for one of those right moments, Head Attorney. May I remind you that basics remarks will earn penalties! Proceed with that in mind. Yes, Your Honor. What a pain this is turning out to be. Okay, Phoenix is weird in this case. I don't know why. Did the doctor say anything concerning about the cause of death? Why, yes! I believe he screamed, "My God! He's been shot in the head!" Doesn't take a doctor to notice that. Probably would have screamed the same thing. There's no blood! Why is there no blood on the picture? And I would have penned the requiem that arose my soul that horrid night. That arose in my soul. Whatever happened to a good old-fashioned investigation? I'd write a song of sorrow! In any case, I believe this is nothing more. Yeah, okay. Yes, Your Honor. It's quite... I don't think I'm stepping out on a limb to say that I have some doubts about this. How could the doctor be so surprised? Well, you usually do get an estimated time of death. True. I'm not sure I've heard of a verified time of death. Magic reveals in making the complex appear simple, but really is the opposite. What appears complex in this case is a matter of subtraction. I see another person has done their arithmetical work. The point here is the IV the victim was taking. It's quite visible in the photograph of the scene. It's still full. Recall what we heard earlier about the victim, Magnifi Gramarye's schedule. Well, it was like 3 days ago, so I can't really remember. Every night at 11 p.m., Magnifi took an IV drip for 30 minutes. I can see the IV bag right there, yes. Now look a little closer. Follow the tube down. Follow the tube down from the bag to the end. Cable. Ah! The needle's been removed. Doubtlessly, it fell out when he was shot. What? That doesn't make sense. No way. That would seem to be the case. What? When the needle comes out, the IV no longer drips. Ah. You could just measure the remaining IV liquid. Precisely. Oh, that's such a fruity way I said that. Precisely. What if I just voiced him like that? Do a feminine voice. The IV liquid functions for purposes of an hourglass of swords. This is how the doctor determined the time of death. From the amount remaining in the bag, it was determined that the IV had stopped 10 minutes after administration began. So, oh, okay. Okay, at least I got that. Is that all it says, though? Yeah, that's all it says. And so it was. And I, Valent, entered that room. 10 minutes had passed since that horrible crime was committed. And this is proof. Well, Mr. Wright! That seem important? Well, yeah, probably. Well, seeing how it is the biggest clue we have to the time of death, I'd say it's very important. Agreed! It would be hard to imagine a more precise way to determine the time. We all have the power of arithmetic. Very well. The witness will add this detail to his testimony. Sometimes the most magical thing of all is the truth. Yeah, yeah. Gotcha. The water of life springs not eternal. The remaining IV liquid proves my innocence. Did you notice the IV yourself by any chance? When first I entered that room, the stench of gunpowder assailed me. Next, the mark of death upon my mentor's forehead, and then his left arm. Did I spy a rose drooping and wilted? What? So you mean there was blood on his arm? It's Thorn. Oh, no, he's talking about the IV needle. It's Thorn, the discarded IV needle. Knocked from the vein by the force of the shot, luckily for you. And if that IV had not been there, why, you might be a suspect. Indubitably so! I might say it's thanks to my lucky color. Your lucky color? Indeed, even today I wear it proudly upon my suspect self. For it always without fail brings me luck. Why, even Zack and Valent won their first Magician Grand Prix. Yes, it's the very one held by the Association of International Magicians. I adorn this attire then do. Another trophy, a bust. What a day it was. This is one trip down memory lane no one needs. No, what did you say? No. A bust? A bust of a magician? Did it perhaps fall down and kill the ringmaster, then get pulled back up by string with the cape on the bust to make it look like that the culprit was flying? Yeah, someone kill me. I don't want to go back to Tournament Big Top. I'm Regina. My lucky color, yes indeed, and that ivy too. I say, I think 'twas hued especially for me, Valent. So wait. What's your lucky color? Blue? Green? Or yellow? I don't know what color you're talking about. That seemed to be a case. Well, Mr. Wright, any thoughts on this testimony? Valent sure looks happy with himself. Okay, how about this lucky color testimony? Well, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't see any problem with that testimony. He's just talking about colors. And busts. Let's continue, shall we? Sometimes the most magical thing of all is the truth. Yeah, I know this. I just realized every time we have a flashback, we have a flashback in the flashback in this case. The only one. You entered that hospital room at 11:20 p.m. Time given by the defendant, Zack Gramarye, was 11:05. You didn't run into him at the hospital that night? This is why I never perform with amateurs, you see? Huh? Picture, if you will, the night time of the hospital. Outside, only the pale light of the moon. If two dressed as we were to meet in such circumstances, I dare say that I would ruin the mood completely. The mood isn't in question here. I believe the witness is saying they didn't meet, yeah? For what is magic if not the study of beauty? Us meeting was not the only way out of the question. What? Us meeting was not only out of the question, but it was an impossibility. But what is magic? If not the study of how to make absolutely no sense at all. That said, is there a contradiction in there? Okay, he arrived. Not a problem. I don't see any problem in that testimony. You say so? Oh, maybe there was. I don't. Yeah, because I didn't. The time of death. They didn't run into each other. The time of death was. So it's either this one. Okay, well, who knows when it got removed, huh? Is there a point to this? Maya, where are you? Whee, we're spinning. Yeah, okay. I don't actually know what to do. The water of life springs not eternal. The remaining IV liquid proves my innocence. And I'm not supposed to focus on that. I'm supposed to focus on the time of death. Oops! I did not mean to do that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me just... to do? What's happening, bro? Like, okay. It was removed. I'm looking up the guide. I don't know what I'm doing. The lucky color. What? Okay, it is about the... Wait, is this one? And he's talking about the lucky color. Your lucky color. Okay, well, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that. Because, like, it's not yellow, the thing. It's kind of green and blue. I mean, he does wear blue, but I think his lucky color... Mr. Valiant, your lucky colors betrayed you. I'm afraid you've lost me. Your Honor, the witness's testimony just now clearly contradicts the evidence. What? Oh, wait. What? Please recall my warning about the beginning of the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I forgot to read the line. If you do hope this latest accusation is well-based. Oh, I assure you it's quite based. Don't worry, I've got all your bases right here. Well, very well, let's hear the defense's claim. Where is your evidence that contradicts the... There's no yellow in this. I don't know. No! The crime scene tells all, Your Honor. That's Phoenix. The crime scene tells all, Your Honor. Photo of the crime scene! All this talk of color has me yearning for black and white, clear-cut simplicity. Tell us, Erudite. Just where in the contradiction is the photo? Just where is the contradiction in this photo? My pleasure. I assure you it's quite simple. But I can't promise anything in black and white. Let's hear what you have to say, Mr. Ryan. Okay, yeah, it's green. There's like no yellow here. So, I was like, yeah, it was also kind of like, what? No part of this is yellow except for the gun. Valiant Gramarye, let's get one thing straight about your lucky color. It's yellow, yes? Kind of takes the mystery out of it, but yes. Something wrong with yellow, Mr. Wright? Yes, there is. Decisively wrong, in fact. Take another look at the photo of the crime scene. What's this? Confusion, doubt. Tell us what your elderly eyes spy. Even my elderly eyes can see a problem here, Mr. Valen. Look at the IV bag. Ugh. What is this? What? Foul magic? It would be hard to call that IV liquid yellow. I'm afraid no magic was involved in the taking of this photograph. What was that? Order cubed! What does this mean?
Objection!
What do you mean? This is some kind of mistake. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin, your witness's mistake. The greener they are, the harder they fall. I suppose there's no substitute for experience. Valiant Gramarye, as you remind us several times, your lucky color is yellow, but the IV clearly is not. Oh, well, this contradiction can mean only one thing. Oop. And to think, you almost had me. Huh? I see your true colors now, Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. He said the thing! He said the thing. Something you'd like to tell us? Hi.
Hi.
Something you'd like to tell us, Prosecutor Gavin? As far as this court can tell, the witness's testimony does not contradict the evidence. Yes, a contradiction. One that I shall be pleased to hand right back to Mr. Wright. How do you mean? What? How? Because the witness has made no mistake. I agree at glance, the IV liquid does appear sort of greenish yellow. But I assure you, the liquid itself is quite yellow. Yellow liquid? How can you say that? As far
from this photo, it's green!
Yes, but what color is the IV bag itself?
The bag? You mean the plastic bag on the hook? No, I mean the bag that was, like, carrying him away to his death or something. I don't know. It does look like I want to say a light blue.
Precisely. Figured it out yet? Put a yellow liquid in a blue bag and... you get green. This, incidentally, is the liquid's true color.
I see! Your explanation does have the ring of truth to it.
Objection!
As I thought. There's no substitute for experience, Prosecutor Gavin. What? You may tell a good tale, but you've just proven something you're rather grave. Whoa. You've just proven something rather grave for you, that is. Grave? Yes, it's a thing that people do when they die. They get buried in one. The liquid in the IV is yellow. Yes. I thought I said yellow wrong. But how did this witness know that? It's quite unnatural when you think about it. You did think about it, did you? Didn't you? Your Honor, the defense requests an explanation from the witness. At the scene of the crime, the IV liquid appears to be green. So let me ask, how did the witness know the IV liquid was actually yellow? Alakazung.
God. We're playing Pursuit already? This is crazy. Order cubed! Exclamation mark cubed! Mr. Wright, you'll explain this at once! The witness clearly knew the color of the IV liquid, so I'm sure it means something, but what?
I can think of only one possibility, Your Honor. The witness, Valiant Gramarye, has testified that the IV liquid was yellow because he'd seen it before.
I don't know.
He knew the IV liquid. He'd seen it before. From the facts before us, the answer is clear. The witness knew that the IV liquid was yellow. Why? Because he'd seen it before. Not inside the blue bag where we see in the photo. He saw the liquid by itself in a clear, colorless bag. Oh, I was right.
I suppose he would have to. He would have had to, but I'm still not clear as to what all this means.
Ask yourself, why would he know if he didn't work at a hospital? That's where you'll find your meaning, Your Honor.
Objection!
What? I'm afraid I find nothing. So what if he knew of the IV bag, IV liquid's color? Leave the getting excited over nothing to our teeny bopper fans. What? Yeah.
Objection!
The IV liquid is the only evidence proving the time of death. At a 30-minute hourglass with 20 minutes worth of sand remaining. Your claim, Prosecutor Gavin.
I remember it well.
However, there is a critical difference between an hourglass and an IV bag.
Wait, I know. An hourglass uses sand, but an IV uses liquid. I'm right, right?
No, I'm right.
Right?
Right.
Right.
No, my name's right. As much as it pains me to say this, Your Honor, no. I'm right. Because that's my name. Unlike the sand through an hourglass, IV liquid enters the patient's body. At which point, like magic, it disappears. However, if an amount of IV liquid what if the amount of IV liquid had increased? You couldn't tell, could you? After all, there's no way of knowing how much went in. Let me get this straight, Herr Wright. You're saying the witness watered down the victim's IV bag? Nuh-uh. Not with water, but with IV liquid. That's how you knew the IV liquid was yellow. No, wait, I said wait! How might an amateur such as myself say to perform such a task?
Objection!
I'm an amateur too, but I can pour water into a cup.
Objection!
What's the relevance of that? I'm afraid there's quite a big difference between the cup and an IV bag. What? Can you prove our witness is capable of such a feat?
He has a point, amateurs. I, at test would have some difficulty pouring IV liquid into that bag.
You don't need to be an expert to see the look on the witness's face.
Yeah, you don't need to perceive that. He added liquid to that IV bag to throw off the time of death.
I tire of all these fairy tales lacking evidence.
Okay, well, where's your evidence? Not Mr. Right, any solid evidence to bring us back down to Earth?
Valiant Gramarye.
That's a person!
No, he's not the evidence. I'm afraid your magic won't serve you well in your life of crime. In a life of whatever. Might I ask what you're strongly suggesting? Magic relies on props, and props become evidence. Our witness was certainly able to increase the amount of IV liquid in that bag. All he had to do was work a little magic. The prop was...
the gun!
I don't know, the syringe.
The syringe?
Has been washed and no sign of use, though. Okay, well, I'm gonna say syringe. If I'm wrong, I'm fine. Oh, I'm right.
The victim's syringe!
It's a perfect prop for the magically increasing IV trick. Easy enough for an amateur to use. What kind of evidence is that? The syringe was clean. Not a trace of liquid in it. Not all. And don't you find that odd, Prosecutor Gavin? What? The victim had the syringe to administer his insulin shots. There should have been traces of insulin left inside. Well, Valiant Gramarye? As you pointed out yourself, the IV liquid makes the perfect clock. One that you can manipulate at will. Alakazam! There's 4 pigeons. Doves. Okay, well... Objection!
I don't believe, well, with this being his first, that the burden of this trial has been a bit too much to bear for Prosecutor Gavin.
Tisk tisk, rookie.
I'm afraid that while there is a doubt to the amount of the IV liquid in that bag, the time of death cannot be proven. And that brings our trial to a close for today.
Well, maybe I can squeeze an extra day out of this. I can do a little more much-needed investigation work.
I see there are no objections. The court is...
Yeah, who could have seen that coming? Uh-oh. Truly, there's no substitute for experience. Nothing binds one to the truth so effectively. Huh? A word to the wise: underestimate the young, and they'll sweep your feet out from under you in a way you never, ever expected. You see, I know exactly what you're thinking. What's he talking about? You're thinking, what's he talking about, huh? You say the witness used a syringe to manipulate the level of IV liquid, but there's no proof. There's no proof he didn't do it either. I was gonna say, well, where's your proof? Yes, quite true. Huh? He's admitting to it? Nor was this witness quite as decisive as I hoped. This, I admit, after all, why linger in the past, when the future holds so much. Maybe I can get a boyfriend in the future, Prosecutor Gavin says.
Do you have something in mind, Prosecutor Gavin?
Proof, Herr Judge. I have another way to prove my case. With the... with evidence, no less.
What's this?
This is the victim Magnifi Gramarye's diary. Diary? After going to the hospital, Magnifi began writing his memoirs, it seems. The story of his birth, why, his startling debut and the meeting of his disciples. I read all of it. It seems he intended for the last chapter to end quite appropriately with his death. Wait, that book doesn't say what the reason was, does it? The reason why his disciples couldn't refuse his last request? Sadly, it does not. What's important here is on the last page. Apparently, the victim wrote in his journal that night, even after the IV had begun at 11 p.m. Let's read it, shall we? Uh-oh.
This doesn't appear to have been written just before his death. I didn't get to read it. Recording sessions. Oh, I do get to read it. Yippee! Read the very last part with particular care. Okay. Oh. Hi. I can do this. Goofy. Okay. Sweet. Can I open it? I missed. No clues here. Oh, okay. Tonight's IV is in. Maybe the last. I'll leave the rest to them. The first should come soon. The journal may end here, or it may go on, but not shut up, Phoenix! This is the last page. The diary ends here. Huh? Huh? What's this? It looks like a page was ripped out.
No.
Well, now, isn't that interesting?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, I didn't get to read the freaking thing, bro. Are you gonna make...
Are you still on the...
Yeah.
Yippee!
Stop it! I need to read it! Come here! Tonight's...
Can I voice him again?
Yeah, go ahead.
This journal may end here, or it may go on. But not long, it depends on his hand. Of course, by his... He refers to our defendant, Zeg Grammaire.
That would make sense, yes! He was the first scheduled visitor, after all!
But look at what he said before that.
I keep trying, but you keep talking. God!
This journal may end here, or it may go on. It may go on. Boy.
Tonight's IV is in, maybe the last. I'll leave the rest to them. The first should come soon. Journal may depends on his hand, and that is left to mine. Lay down. Whatever.
Magnify Grammaire, or whatever. Intended to write again.
No, I'm right.
That is, if Zeg Grammaire didn't pull the trigger. Pew pew. I see the defense understands the meaning of this.
The meaning of the pew pew?
The victim's diary does not go on. It ends.
I'm pretty sure I have falsified evidence in my court record that I can prove you wrong. What is 10 minutes? I hate this game.
Because Magnify's life was brought to an end by the defendant, Zeg Grammaire.
Okay, well, what if I told you nuh-uh? Okay, what if nuh-uh? Order cubed! Prosecutor Gavin! Are you certain that Magnify Grammarly wrote this?
There is no mistaking his handwriting.
Well, this does not seem to be significant. Oh, this does seem to be significant. What? I mean, according to this, Magpie intended to continue his diary. Or not. Yet if his diary ended here, which plainly it did.
Then the one who pulled the trigger was the first visitor, Zeg Grammaire.
Well, how? What?
Well, how do you like me now, Headbright?
Oh, Lee says hi. Lee's in the YouTube comments.
Hi, Lee. Still too green for you? Fuck, still too green for your tastes?
I prefer people with like red
Hmm?
suits and cravats, but this pink ass
Moments before disaster.
Uh-oh. He's right about the diary being pretty clear. Still, I find it hard to believe that he'd overlook such an obvious problem with his precious evidence.
Oh god, Phoenix, no! Phoenix, no! Phoenix.
Oh, Mr. Wright! His testimony we heard was lacking. When we put together this evidence, it seems quite sufficient for a case. The diary's accepted like this, the trial's over. Maybe it's time for me to show them something.
Oh
I really don't want
moments
to.
before disaster.
I really don't want to.
Do it.
Okay, fine.
Oh god.
I'm left with no choice but to show my own evidence.
Your own evidence, definitely.
What? You have some evidence that overturns this diary?
It's not too late to rethink this and avoid more embarrassment.
Embarrassment. Have you looked at yourself? What?
Look, he's 17. He was going through a phase.
It's not a phase, Kristoff.
It's not a phase, Kristoff. It's a lifestyle.
Please show your evidence, Mr. Wright.
Incidentally, don't even think of showing us this diary I've shown the court. Now that we've come this far, I hope you have something a little more decisive. Show us evidence that proves the victim continued writing his diary.
No.
Oh god, don't do it.
I'd be happy
do
to.
it.
I'd be happy to, but I don't sound happy.
Phoenix,
Who's
don't
voicing
do
me?
it.
I hope Clavier is
Phoenix,
traumatized by
no.
that book, Lee says.
Phoenix, don't do it.
The decisive evidence proving that the diary didn't. I don't want to do this.
No. Do it. Do it.
Ooh, why does he sound like that?
I don't know.
Take that. First, take a
oh my
closer
god, he's
look at
British now.
I'm British now. I'm just like my ancestor who went to Britain. Take a close look at this diary. A speckled band is hanging from the vent. What does that mean? Note that a page has clearly been ripped out. What's this? I hadn't noticed that at all.
How?
That's why we're still talking about this. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page. Alika, I don't believe it! Looking at this page, it's hard to imagine that the first visitor that night shot Magnifi Grammary. That's the defense's position. Wait, let me see that!
Yeah.
What? What in the Sam Hill? Who is Sam Hill? Well, this is the continuation of the victim's diary! What does a speckled band is hanging from the ventilator mean?
It means this diary traveled through time.
I can hear a faint whistling noise. What does that mean? Is there a red headband on this diary? Note the torn edge of the page. It's a perfect match with the torn remains of the last page in Magnify's diary. Quite remarkable.
Would you care to explain what all this means, Herr Attorney?
No, not really. The diary continued after his first visitor came, which means that the victim was still alive after Zach Grammary left. Oops, leaving no time for... Whoops! Valen Grammary! Let me read that again. Leaving no one to take his life but the second visitor, Valen Grammary. No. No! Okay. The handwriting too!
Get those birds out of the courtroom.
Matching the birds? Can I cross-examine them? The handwriting too matches that on the other pages. This is without a doubt the genuine article.
No.
Yeah, no, it's not. Order cubed. But wait. That's impossible. Your man couldn't have written that.
Objection. Stop cinema.
That was.
Finally.
I don't know if my game froze or what, but it kind of.
I don't know, we just stood there.
Objection! You're gonna say anything, or?
No. You just couldn't resist. Could you, Headright?
Does he know that the thing is forged? I swear to God. Resist what? Presenting solid evidence?
Head Judge? Judge.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin!
Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold?
So I can cross-examine those birds? I'm fine with that.
The prosecution would like to call a new witness.
Please tell me it's the birds. But Prosecutor Gavin, I don't want to watch Mr. Wright cross-examine more birds. the evidence overturns the current witnesses.
I ask only to put it on hold. Please, my new witness has a very, very important piece of testimony to give. 5 minutes, no more. I promise, Your Honor.
Are you gay? You seem kind of gay. Well, if you put it that way, Mr. Wright, what's your take on this? Well, Your Honor, judging from his enthusiasm, we'll have to hear this new testimony sooner or later anyway. So it might as well be sooner. Then, though this is highly irregular, we will put the current cross-examination on hold. We've done this before. Witness may step down. We've done this before. Oh, Prosecutor Gavin! Prosecutor Gavin! Please bring this surprise witness to the courtroom!
Surprise!
I had a bad feeling just then. That ripped out page was too obvious. He must have known. And I should have known it was a bad sign all around. Uh-oh.
His hair.
Only gotta draw. The audience is a first, even for me, Prosecutor Gavin. Why is there no audience?
I beg the court's understanding.
There is no. It's just me.
But I had to make a judiciary deal with the witness to secure his testimony.
A judiciary deal? See how easy that is to say?
The deals of his testimony may have some legal ramifications, shall we say. I thought it best to contain the information to this room. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Very well, and you are the witness, I gather. Yes, sir.
State your name and occupation for the record.
I don't really like this music that's accompanying me. Can someone change it? Who has the jukebox right now?
There's no court.
My name's Drew Misham. I'm a painter. A painter? Are you somehow related to this case? No, not really. No, well, not per se.
I have one simple question for this witness. Mr. Misham, was it? Do you know what this is? Paper.
I fucking hate this. Why is it paper? Oh. Yeah, paper. I know it well. I draw on paper. How's that possible? It's a paper! Have you seen this diary page somewhere before? Oh, yeah. I mean, I made it. You... What? You made it? Yep. You might call it one of my works.
The prosecutor's office received a tip-off yesterday.
It's from your dumb brother, wasn't it?
Yeah. Illegal evidence has been prepared for the trial of Snake Creamery.
Okay, well, what if I just reveal courtroom secrets with a music box, huh?
Can we kill Kristoff now?
Sure. Legal evidence!
I initiated an investigation and found this witness. A painter to the world at large, Drew Misham has another side, you may say. You might. He is skilled in making perfect reproductions of certain things. Forgeries, in other words.
Forgeries? Wow, that's the wrong person. Well, so we're here to understand that this page here is
A fake. Prepared by a certain defense attorney, Kristoff.
Hold it! Wait, you said objection, not hold it.
Why didn't he just hold it?
I didn't prepare this evidence.
Objection. The attorney speaks.
Some little girl gave it to me. that sounds
Something
wrong.
about this page, I presume. But what is he saying? It makes no sense.
Huh?
After all, it was you who presented this evidence to us, Phoenix, right?
Is your glasses like separated, or do you still have like the bridge of your glasses? It's just like in your hair. What's
It's
going
in
on?
his hair.
Okay. Witness, Mr. Michelle Bullet, who requested this perjury? Who is your client?
Jeez, Your Honor, calm down.
That I don't know. What? Most of my clients prefer to remain anonymous, even to me. I forgot the voice I gave you. It's been 5 minutes. I make the items they want and receive my payment. I think he's Southern. That's the extent to my contract with him.
Why does he sound so young?
But there's no proof this is a fake.
Also,
It's a fake.
Clavier also gets a new voice in Dual Destinies.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and Apollo too.
Uh-oh. Huh? To avoid just this sort of problem, I always put a special mark on my works. I can say without a doubt, this is mine. Why are you just standing there, bro?
Like that little smirk on his face.
Why he standing so gay? Mr. Wright, you just presented illegal evidence to this court. My court. Well, didn't Edgeworth do that?
Court.
Didn't Edgeworth
My
do that
court.
like how many years ago? Did he get punished? No, not really. He killed himself. Oh, okay.
Wait, who?
Edgeworth.
Oh yeah.
My court.
My court. My court.
It was careless of me. That's all I can say. Never trust random evidence from little girls, Apollo. Huh?
Oh, old boy. Here.
What's this?
I don't know. I just got over there in the hall. Told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
Oh, Trucy.
It was all a trap.
You ruined your father's
A
life.
fatal trap.
Your future father's life, sorry.
Mr. Wright. Yes? Do you have an explanation for yourself? A little girl gave this to me. What? If I did, would the court hear it?
No.
No, not really. Get the fuck out of here. Probably not. Forging evidence is a serious crime.
He looks so bad.
And presenting it in court a serious mistake. Okay, I ask you again. How long ago was SL9? A fatal mistake for an attorney.
Fatal, too. Perhaps for your client, I fear.
Oh
Why are you
no.
scared?
Maybe he'll die in 7 years.
Hell yeah.
Ugh.
Tell me, what kind of defendant relies on forged evidence? A murderer?
Matt on guard?
The answer is quite clear.
You.
Your mom.
Oh, what the
A
frick?
guilty one, whoa.
What?
Objection!
No way. No, Your Honor, wait! I understand that the presenting of forged evidence in this court is a serious crime. But you cannot hold my client responsible for the actions I undertook as an individual. I kinda can. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Your Honor?
Another close call, I dare say. if the prosecutor's office hadn't received that hot tip from Kristoff, everything would have gone the way you wanted it to, yeah?
Didn't you know the prosecutor's office presented false evidence one time?
No.
Well, what the hell, man? Don't you ever read the news?
I even gave you a chance. Too bad you decided not to think before embarrassing yourself.
Again, have you looked in the mirror?
I see no need for further discussion on this matter. Special witness dismissed! Get the fuck
Bye.
out of here!
Get the fuck out of my court! My court!
Mr. Attorney? Yes? Could I ask your name? Phoenix Wright. Mr. Wright. I've seen and studied many people, but none like you. I'll remember you, Mr. Wright. Maybe I'll die in 7 years. Oh, he's back.
Though deeply I regret having to declare a verdict in this way. This trial is I'm not used to saying guilty. You have the right to find a new attorney and make an appeal. However, this court must...
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Zack.
There's one thing I wish to make clear.
I fucking hate Kristoff Gavin.
I fucking hate Kristoff Gavin.
Who?
Today in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. It is impossible.
I'm afraid the defendant is quite mistaken. He's probably on drugs. Most certainly have authority to declare the verdict on
That's
you.
illegal in fucking court.
Except, tell me, how do you plan on announcing your verdict? When your defendant does not exist. Is he gonna disappear? Is he gonna run
Yeah.
away?
Doesn't exist. What are you talking about?
Snaps his neck right there on the stand.
Ah! Oh no!
I am talking about this. Look over there! He runs away. Oh! Mr. Enigmar!
The defendants escaped! Why did it have an S?
What?
Find him, quick!
Bailiff! Close all exits from the building!
Oh, Trucy?
On the double! You must not be allowed to escape!
Down.
That day in that courtroom, a miracle occurred. I got a daughter. The defendant, Shady Enigmar, aka Zack Gramarye, did not just escape from court. He literally, unbelievably, vanished. He came back as
Went
Shady
to
Smith,
hell.
right before the bailiff's eyes. No one ever saw him again, not since that day.
He went to hell.
This is the Gramarye miracle. I left my daughter, though, so, like,
And
You
you
can take
lost
her.
your badge.
no verdict was declared. After all, the defendant didn't exist. That's how it happened. The trial of magician Zack Gramarye vanished, along with him for all eternity.
And along with my badge.
Oh yeah, and I also lost my badge. The mysteries that remained behind were all solved, however. Not until seven years later. And that, Apollo, is how I gained my grape juice addiction. What? I thought that's definitely not the point of that story, Mr. Wright. No, it is. The Mason system.
Haha, yeah.
The Mason
It's like the
system, the
Matrix.
Mason system.
It's like the Matrix.
Okay. That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present. You'll soon be finding all of this out for yourself. Apple juice.
Yeah.
Of which Magnified Gramarye's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant Zack Gramarye go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary paper?
Kristoff!
Let's take Kristoff, and what about the girl who was left behind? Well, guess I had to adopt her. What the hell is happening here?
You're on drugs.
What is this?
Yeah.
The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth.
Yeah. You're on drugs. Apollo, you're on drugs.
But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. Did someone say keys? When all the questions have found their answers, the first trial will begin. But first you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game.
It is a game.
What am I doing?
You're on drugs.
Hey, Apollo. How's that white powder? Aye, Phoenix. Aye, Phoenix Wright will be your guide through this game. That terrible
didn't go
trial.
well last time.
The terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended half finished when the defendant vanished. So what if that didn't happen? What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. I started doing drugs. And one more thing. There's something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. Look at that portrait.
It's a gun.
It's like, here, you want to see it?
Yes, such a baby face.
Yeah, why does he look like that?
He's so cute.
Apollo is weirdo. Look at his it's a 5 head, bro.
You can play.
My
Yeah.
Oh!
Isn't that on your bingo?
It's on my
card?
bingo card. Magatama comes back. It's on the top left. I'm gonna cross that out right now. Where's my bingo card?
You can play a game on Apollo's forehead.
We'll play tic-tac-toe on that.
Yeah, I forgot the name.
Who wanna
Because
play?
in Dutch it's like Boterkaas and Eieren, and it's not exactly close to tic-tac-toe.
My bingo card is getting full. I love this. My Magatama. My magic rock that I throw at people if they're lying. What does it do, you ask? You probably already know. That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Use the Q and E to jump between the past and present. Let's begin 7 years ago.
Why does the screen look like I have a crack on my phone? Like, it's this spinny thing in the
Oh yeah,
background on the right.
that also, I don't...
I thought I had a crack in my phone. I just thought I closed the app for a second.
Let's
check
go
if
to
I had-
7 years in the past. It's right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. I don't know the game! What are we talking about?
Drums.
What's happening here?
Yeah. You're on drugs, Apollo.
The nightmare trial was over. The new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun.
Kristoff happened.
I wanted to wake up and to walk away. But I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably.
Kristoff is like his evil ex.
And besides, I had plenty of time. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney badge has been taken away.
Check
I
the court
found...
record. Check the court record. It's gone.
It's gone? Oh
It's
my
gone.
god!
It's gone.
No, I
It's
can't
gone.
present my attorney's badge to people anymore.
Because you don't have it.
Who's in my portraits? What?
He's 15. He's 15 back then.
A greenhorn defense attorney I happen to meet. I call him Apollo.
Kristoff. Why isn't Clavier there? He's just there.
I call him Apollo. Maybe that's because that's his name.
Kristoff.
Incarcerated in the central
Penitentiary?
Yep, that word for the murder of wait, I have a better idea. I have a better idea.
Murder. The murder of the murderer.
The murderer of Shady Smith. Pen. Oh, I'm not spelling this. Is this how you spell it?
Penitentiary.
Penitentiary. Got it. Zach Gramarye, Trucy's father, defendant in trial, vanished just before the verdict was announced. Trucy and Nick. Zach Gramarye's daughter, already dressed the part for the magician to hit. Zach's young partner and understudy. The two of them on stage was a sight to see. Drew Masham.
I like how just Clavier just isn't there anymore.
Yeah, I hate that guy. I call him
And
Apollo.
you don't hate Kristoff?
I hate him more. I call him Apollo. I'm still focused on that.
That's why Apollo says, my name is Apollo Justice and I am fine.
I call
okay,
this.
whatever.
It's like, this is Apollo Justice and he's fine. I call him Apollo. That's my name, Mr. Wright. Everyone's gonna call me Apollo.
No, just me.
What a strange sight doth mine eyes behold. Are you British? Excuse me? Two men on either side of a single transparent pane, yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these flexiglass confines. You need some flex tape in there too, or what? There's no proof that I forged anything. Nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits! And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano in a little hole in the wall. He already has the job? That's crazy. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnified Gramarye, for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valent or his partner Zach? Jeez, I'm starting to narrate like him too. His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this had better be the place to start. Oh! Hey man. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made an attorney's badge disappear and he's never touched it. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet, his very disappearance itself is a revelation. Revealing what? Zach Gramarye killed Magnify. Magnify, whatever. It's as good as a signed confession. It's certainly been a public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage, and when the time of my release is near, I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience awaits a bated breath, there will be Valent, and also, yes, now that my partner has disappeared, Magnify's repertoire is mine. Valent Gramarye has tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to mean verdict or no, and you can't pay for that kind of publicity. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Blackmail! The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valent. After all, you received one of those letters, too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnify's instructions as your partner. Lee says, I hope Clavier pisses himself 30 minutes ago.
Oh, thanks.
So was I, but only Zach Gramarye followed them. Let us not speak of any more. Who shot what? Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. Did you shoot? I don't have the Magatama on me, though. What might that be? I want to know what Magnify had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? The trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know. That's why I'm asking you, asshole. A great magician never reveals his secrets.
Yeah.
Oh my god. 4. I didn't think it would be that easy. Yeah, where's my Magatama?
I wish we had a Magatama in like DGS.
It's okay, because we don't have one, that means Ryunosuke is just smarter. Because
I mean, yeah, but it would be really fun though.
DGS3 Magatama appears.
Yeah.
I didn't think that it would be that easy.
Because Strongheart, because like the idea of Strongheart having like 5 the whole game, but they won't unlock until like the last case.
Twist thy head. Law
And
of
everyone
Cyclops
would,
breaks.
Everyone would be like, "What? Why does he have 5 thingies?"
Why does he have 5 thingies? Ryunosuke, if he did, he would probably reach out to try and touch it. He has his hand forwards, like, trying to reach the Cyclops.
Naruhodo-sama, what are you doing? There's nothing there except the person that you're talking to.
There's this doesn't make any sense.
Naruhodo-sama, please put your hand down.
Oh, that's
Mr.
your face.
Naruhodo,
Sorry.
please take your hand off my nose.
Oh, sorry. The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in that reflected glow of the spotlight. My Magatama. One of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. I don't remember which one, though. I think Turnabout Reunion. You can show me the locks of people's hearts. And if I can just unlock their hearts. Did someone say unlock? Who are you? A bartender? They'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all. And the Magatama ends it. Okay.
Oh, that's new. Yeah, I don't have anything, bro. So, I'm gonna leave. Or maybe I'm gonna present stuff to you.
Dead guy! Mr. Valiant, could you look at this for me, please? Yes, I accept your challenge. Well, challenge, huh? You want me to make it float, disappear, or shall I simply eat it? Do you want me to eat it? Can you eat soap? You eat your memos like Ray Shields. I didn't come here to play games, Mr. Valiant. I'll watch you do
I forgot I was a main. Hold on. I thought I was on Deep Fried. Fuck.
for Twitter.
Oh no.
95-second letter. That's it, this one. Tom Valiant. Mr. Valiant, okay, yep, nothing here.
Lee? Is Lee dead? Like
Lee is
a corpse?
at school.
Down. So corpse.
Sure.
Anyways, Ben, what do you think of that Apollo's family? When
Apollo's family? I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a main character in an Ace Attorney game. I don't expect him to go into depth about his family.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll just not think about that then. Dude, can you do something? Or I'm just gonna show you my entire— No! Valiant. Okay. I literally... Here. No, there's literally nothing. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing. Okay, bye. The present, wait, no, the present's over there. I was wrong. Bom, 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 bom. Wait, that's the wrong track. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day.
That literally happened 5 minutes
It
ago.
What's Phoenix? I don't need to see this flashback.
Bye.
Phoenix has a face!
Ew.
I wasn't expecting a flashback to happen since it happened like 15 minutes ago. When I came here on that fateful morning, it's the same day! I feel like I had an amputated limb. I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority. Hey, you there, sir! Meekins! Meekins!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Down on the hands! Floor on your What's the big idea? My ears. No unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in here. But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. Doink!
I missed him.
I just say it like it is, sir, and it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. I'm a homosexual, by the way. Huh. We've met before, haven't we? I thought I killed someone. On a case 2 years ago? No recollection of that, sir! Huh? For me, working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There is no past, there is no now, sir! Okay, you're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir! Court bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir! I've asked to meet with the bailiff of this court who let the magician escape. Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir! It was me! Sir! But you were a regular police officer once, right? Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir.
Oh.
I had to be a blue badger mascot at Gate Waterland. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. Oh, maybe that's after this. So you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing? I'm dying! Over here! Oh! It's a hard knock life for us! It's a hard knock life! I was in that musical and I hated that song.
Aw.
Because I was the youngest. I was the 6-year-old and I had to sing really high. And it's so hard. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. I'm still a homosexual. I guess I wasn't the only victim. Hey, Meekins, I like talking to you. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform. Sure, I wish I didn't have to tell you this. But last year, tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case file 4 times in 3 days. They fired me. That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff. But your uniform. I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired. That can't be legal. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day? I'm dying over here! A star rises among the court bailiffs, full of hope, and tragedy strikes. Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Gramarye's disappearance? Oh, the humanity! That's enough of that. Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard the commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open, and some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face! So you saw someone suspicious coming your way? Yes, and I, being a bailiff of little standing, gave chase. I chased that still count all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram of the court building here. I have that? Aha! There's courtroom number 7 where I was, sir. All by myself, nary a friend to call my own. Okay, and which way did Zach Gramarye run after bursting through the courtroom door? He went up like this, in the corner like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly, I ran. Following him, I threw
Wow,
myself...
this reminds me of something.
What does...
This precise hallway, like the hallway, reminds me of something.
Oh?
Where he bled out.
Oh yeah, oh no! It's just reversed.
Yeah.
Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right there, because I was! Lobby number 2, sir! You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide in here. He's ducking behind the door. Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it.
Here, in this room, the magician, gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't any smoke, he was just gone.
That's impossible.
Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes indescribable pain. I'm dying over here.
Okay, I won't say it again, I promise. But you have to admit it, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby?
I searched.
Why the pause?
There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir.
How can you talk so loud and still be hiding something? So Zach was in this room when he vanished.
Absolutely, sir. I saw with my own eyes. That red silk hat, that flowing cape. What? He ran right in here, right inside this room.
Silk hat, cape, that's Zach alright, but it's not red, it's pink.
But sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I can do, but nothing, sir.
He hid behind the door, waited for Meekins to throw himself into the room, and then just left. What about now? Have any ideas?
Sir, I don't think. Ideas about what exactly, sir? If you don't mind me asking.
You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that?
Drugs. Everyone got high
Everyone
on
got
drugs
high
in
on
court.
drugs. That sounds like a Professor Layton twist. Everyone was high on drugs. Oh my god! Cyclops! I should have known. What? Okay, wait. Oh, that's... Hi. What? The disappearing trick. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out.
Hey, what put the atmosphere in here all of a sudden?
You know something, and I'm going to find out what. Zach Gramarye vanished from this room. How'd he do it?
How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say as I... Sir!
Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something? He literally knocked himself out.
Well, sir, you see, all the time, sir, I was here, and... Listen! It was impossible! What could such a little girl possibly do anyway? What?
What did you just say?
Sir, did I just say something, sir?
No, you screamed it through the megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there?
Sir, I'm going to have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking.
It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in that room that day. It was Trucy. Take that! I'm British!
Sir, I've never seen that girl until just the other day.
Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it.
Sir!
Oh, there's one.
Sir, that day she was here in the room, sir. But he wasn't!
You mean you chased her into this room, not him?
Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing. But it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician.
7 feet. Zach isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine anyone wouldn't mistake a little girl for Zach Gramarye. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? A gun! Yeah, I don't have anything. I mean, I don't have enough evidence right now to pull this off. I think I know what I'm supposed to do, though. Okay. Bye.
Oh my god! I love this place.
7 years ago.
Ooh, morning, Daddy.
I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you.
I'm fine as always. I'm just going to leave you here.
What?
He disappears.
Ooh, old boy. I'm gonna give you a falsified evidence.
Oh, 2 weeks have passed since then. I called her into my office. Aww. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look at some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? Really?
So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family?
Huh? I guess so. Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney,
Actually, why don't you just call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
okay, say, Daddy.
That was quick. Yes?
If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So thanks, Daddy. Oh, and this office, it's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know. Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard to make it through this.
Trucy, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. So stick with me and you'll do just fine, Daddy.
Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? This is so cute!
So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right?
You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me. For Daddy.
Oh, sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride my other daddy always used to talk about?
Did you just say... Did someone say foolish? Francisca von Karma. Actually, it's pretty accurate.
So, here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Ma just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at school that way.
Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. Not even much about law if you were to ask some people. That man.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You've got me, don't ya? I'm a professional.
A professional?
Yeah. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Gramarye.
Directly descended. He's your father.
Yes, that's what directly descended means. Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too.
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy? Zach Gramarye?
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star of the troupe Gramarye. And they're big.
The Gramaryes. They're on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zach and Valiant Gramarye together, you know. Once they made a giant waterfall right there on the stage. And this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top?
I wish you could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
I shouldn't have brought it up so soon.
I wonder what will happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother.
But I have my magic, and a great daddy, even if he is unemployed. You know, I think things are going to be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. So, Trucy, you're a professional?
Yes. It's like that thing that they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs.
They say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid!
Right, so in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy?
That's right. Well, wanna see a trick?
You're going to do a magic trick? Yeah, show me. Actually, yeah, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here it goes. Ta-da!
Oh, it looks like her dad.
That's... Hey, folks, it's Mr. Hat. I wanna say it's good to be seen.
Ah! Whoa, that was startling.
The amazing Mr. Hat. Isn't he great? Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service.
He certainly makes an impression.
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy. Though my routines do get a bit heady sometimes, haha. Get it? Heady!
My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat clearly gave me a heart attack. And I just... Oh! Oh yeah. Okay, now I can present that to Meekins. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay?
Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage.
On stage? You mean with your daddy?
Yep. She was always there with Zach and Valence, smiling. But then, she went away.
Went away?
It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Maybe so.
I cried then. A lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
Ooh. Hey, I've seen this before. Oh my god! That's This is your mother? She's beautiful. It's La Miroir!
Yeah.
Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Gramarye.
Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. Now her daddy's vanished too right before her eyes.
Hey, Daddy, you won't...
Don't worry. I won't vanish, I promise.
Right. You can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
I guess all I rate as is a backup plan. Trucy's locket with Thalassa. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow.
What? But are we representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way.
You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do.
I can draw good?
A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Okay. I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy.
Who's in my court record right now? I call him Apollo. Thalassa Gramarye. She got amnesia. That's so cute.
Welcome to the team, Daddy-o.
The team. Right. Okay, there we go. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. That's so beautiful! Found family, okay.
Great, I got one done. Let's do this one. Hey, Meekins, what's up? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to, present to you. Okay. Hi, you. This is so weird. That looks weird. I don't like that. The disappearing trick. Okay. I know what I'm doing. So, Meekins, what do you know? Spit it out.
Well, sir, you see, reason it was impossible. How could a little girl? We're little girls, sir.
Take that! I sound British! My ancestor was British. Okay. 7 feet isn't. That's not how tall he is. I don't think Trucy can make him 7 feet either. Take that!
What's that?
That's the girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar?
So, it wasn't a walking dream, was it, sir?
Come again?
That night on stage, I saw a vision, except it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat, he really exists!
Okay. What?
I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague, sir. Zach Gramarye exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in the corner room, sir. Zach Gramarye, don't even think you can escape Meekins! Come down on your hands, floor on your head! Hello?
Something the matter, mister?
No, that is... Sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zach Gramarye, do you know him?
Oh, I love Zach Gramarye. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan.
I see, that's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Anyway, it seems Zach
I don't know what Zazabababa means, but no one's in here except me.
But I has to be in here somewhere, under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug.
So, Trucy was his accomplice.
Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him.
Mr. Hat?
I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought I had been in a long dream.
A dream that lasted a week?
But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat.
Okay. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing up at the door, and out came Zach. But that wasn't all. Another person got in the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2, along with Mr. Hat. And that's the beauty.
And that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
So, while you were standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner, and most likely runs into the closest door in lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner, rather lukewarm pursuit. Did someone say pursuit? And at that moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. And all she has to do is tuck away amazing Mr. Hat.
Sure, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape, Zach Gramarye's red cape fluttering like a cape.
It's pink, but
Astounding, sir. All my days of possessing queries, opposing queries, and making inquiries and chasing quarries wasted. It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die, or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait.
Such sweet sorrows. Sorrows and prayers. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffered on the account of this case.
It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many times, sometimes more than once. This is the first time anyone's ever apologizing to me!
Yeah, actually, about that girl, I'm sort of her guardian now.
Is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Okay.
I let the defendant escape. That's the stone cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great detective Gumshoe.
Oh, Gumshoe! Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to a show at the Wonder Bar. If you want,
It's an honor, sir. Sir, I can count on the number of things they've taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given me anything for free. Right.
That's me.
I'll see you next time in court then, sir.
I look forward to it. Okay, well, I'm out of here. All eyes were on Zach Gramarye that day in court until his mysterious disappearance. Now that part of the mystery's been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. So it'd be 7 years before I met him again. Okay then. I did not mean to do that. Oh. Cool, I don't want to do that yet. Let's go to the Drew Studio. Wow, that looks like it's in shambles. Oh my god, what's happening here? I figured you'd come here sooner or later. I decided on sooner. Drew Masham, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions. Suppose you have that right. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit, it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations, like falling off bridges that are flaming. What? Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched intensely. Vera! Ah, this is my daughter. Vera, say hello. And she runs away. Okay. She's gone. Shall we begin then? Oh, there, he's practicing the Gramarye thing, maybe? I don't know if that's actually what that is. Judging from this place, you're a painter? No, not sadly a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by if it were only me. Your daughter? Her mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation. Forgeries. Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for, but some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You might not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside of painting. What? To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility. Then why did you take the job? I was well paid. Very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape.
Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course.
Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him.
Hi, you. Where's your forged?
Your work? Don't try to pretend like you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me.
I knew it would be difficult to escape this.
Then let's talk. You're gonna have some psych locks, I swear.
Hey, dude.
Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did?
It was unlike anything I had attempted before.
I guess it would be a little different from paintings.
That's not what I mean. In all my previous work, I sufficed to create a copy.
This wasn't a copy?
The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page as reference. The second, a printed document. I can only summarize what was written by my client.
What? So you used the real writing as reference to reproduce what the client wrote?
Yes, as I said, it was my first job of that nature.
So, who was your client?
As I said in court, I do not know.
Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I would want to know as much as I could about the requester.
I never met them, not personally.
Okay. 2, not bad. Psych lock. Of course. It seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. Okay, let me start this and see if I can do anything. It spins for such an uncomfortable amount of time. You're hiding something. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Masham?
I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client.
True, when I asked the client's name, there were no psych locks in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense.
Why are you doing this to me?
Well, I've made my stand. I'm backing down now. So what's Mr. Masham hiding? Okay, well, he's, the forger? Nah. I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you said.
What is it then?
You told me what you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any psych locks.
Psych locks? Is that some kind of asylum security or new hairstyle, perhaps?
But then they did show up, didn't they? Wow. Not personally, those words triggered the psych lock.
Again with these psych locks, I really must know what they are.
So you didn't meet with the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence?
Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business, but I'm afraid you lost me.
Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psych locks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there.
And your conclusion is?
The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Masham.
Poppycock!
I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you.
Made here in my studio. Who's could it have been but me?
That's the real question, isn't it? Yeah, there she is. The forger wasn't you, and I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew Studio is... Take that! The real forger is your daughter, Vera Masham, isn't it?
Ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Rat.
I've always been more one for land stakes, not surrealism. Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. The psych locks tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility.
I feel feel very much on the verge of going to cycle lock myself. Sweet. I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made the page was my daughter Vera, not I. She's only 12, a genius you might call her. A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently. I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She thought herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical services I brought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now. Do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? Oh, Vera was the one who made this page. She would know who the client was then? Actually, the client came just once. Here to the studio. What? Why didn't you say sooner? Say so sooner. Their face was covered and they didn't want to talk to me. So they talked to your daughter? I'll speak only with the artist, the client told me. And that little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. Okay, what do I know now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more? Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? Mr. Misham, I have a request. Let me guess. You'd like to speak with my daughter. Can I? My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy, extremely so actually. With only one exception. Which was? Oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished. She was laughing. It was the first time I'd seen anything of the sort. Please let me speak with her. Alright. Hi. Uh-oh. This could be tough. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer and pianist. I'm still looking for the keys that say Do Re Mi. Can't find them anywhere. Haha, a funny joke. I'm no good at this. I need something to get through to this girl. Maybe I can show her the thing. Vera, was it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I need it. Maybe I have to show her. Hey, lady. And what do you think about this? You just made her nervous. Okay. Nope. What would I have to show her? Here, look. Trucy's locket. Yeah, won't do anything. Okay. Now I examine things, because what the hell is this? That's the hand that she kept playing with. Maybe I'll just slide on over here for a closer look. Oh, hey! Oh my god! Red envelope and stuff. That's an awfully small frame. What's inside of it, a stamp? Ah, please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. Oh my god. That's Zack and Valent, the Grammarys, isn't it? Post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, and the Grammarys were at the height of their popularity. Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV until the end. I see. Stamp's been hard to come by, I hear. Still wonder how she got her hands on it. Oh, cool. I have the stamp then. That's an awfully small frame. This is you and Vera? Yes. Yes, we took that one quite recently. I know I'm a painter. Why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately. Ah, right. Shouldn't you practice? Well, shouldn't you practice, Phoenix? Your piano? Is this nail polish? That's a pretty bottle. Ah, don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see. Looks at it often. There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. Okay, nail polish. What's this red envelope? Ah, don't touch that! That's quite important. Painter's face changed hues. I guess I'd better behave. That's tempting just to grab it. Okay, cool. Do you use these gizmos for painting? They're pretty elaborate. Those aren't for painting. They're for analyzing. Paint composition, age, every conceivable angle. Tools of the forgery trade, I guess. There's some finished paintings stacked here. They don't look all that bad, really. I'll sell you one for 50 cents. That's okay. They look kind of heavy. Aw. Not even 50 cents. Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. What does that say? Shelf of paints. Paints and pigments are lined up on the shelves with some noticeable gaps. It's embarrassing, but I can't afford all the paints I want. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money. I can see why you want to do that, sure. Perhaps you heard that you can't make any color. As long as you have the 3 primary colors? Well, it's a lie. Poor guy. Well, you need 5 colors. You need cyan, you need magenta, and you need yellow, black, and white. So you can, like, darken it, I guess. Darken and whatever. Oh, nope, that's not. No clues here. The door. Oh, yeah, the mailbox isn't there, huh? I going home by any chance? No, I was just checking out the door. Oh. Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. This looks sad. What's this painting here? That's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. It's not on sale yet, of course, but thought it'd be a good business. As a father, I'd like to be able to put food on my daughter's table. Ah! I got a feeling I know nothing about it, at least not yet. Okay, well, I don't know what that means. Painting! Paints are scattered all around, probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is compared to my office. This would make my office a masterpiece, because it's extremely messy. Okay. Yeah, I don't got anything to show you. Not really, actually. Here. And then there's this. Oh, never mind. I do. My stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How do I keep her talking? They're great magicians, aren't they? Isn't Troop Gramarye amazing? Yes? Oh. I especially like those two, Zack and Valent. I mean, they're, just so magical! Aren't they? Aren't they? Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic, you know?
Me too, me too. I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic, yeah.
Alright, she's talking, not saying much, but it's a start.
I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Gramarye Museum of Magic.
The Gramarye Museum? They have one of those? I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows?
Just once when I was little, with Father. The Gramarye's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together. They do it all.
Yeah, maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zack and Valent, maybe.
Oh, well, sure.
Alright. Better get asking before she changes her mind.
Okay.
I
I don't go much outside. I like to paint in here.
Why don't you like the outside?
There's bad people out there.
Well, true, but there are lots of good people, too. Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped one. Okay. Kidnapped? Since then, she's been... Well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. She said she went to the Gramarye Museum. With you, in fact. Ah, yes. Actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise.
It was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me.
That person gave me a good luck charm.
A good luck charm.
For when I absolutely had to go outside.
Yes, apparently she received something as a gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was. Well, you don't see her carrying it with her?
Father, I told you to keep it a secret.
From that client, huh? This is what I have to hear about. So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things.
I really like painting a lot. Father's always very happy when I paint them exactly the same.
So you did this too?
Oh, yes. That was my first job.
Your first...
All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips and the way the writer held the pen and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer.
She seems happy. Odd, her work was the last nail in Gramarye coffin. I guess no one told her.
They're the best in the world.
Huh? Oh, you mean Troop Gramarye, of course.
Father gave it to me.
Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it.
Oh, I guess I just took it. Yeah.
Took it?
Father got a letter from that person.
That person? You mean the letter was from the client?
Oh, we talked about the Grammys forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it.
They're a sneaky one, this client. It's fucking Christoph Gavin. So they were trying to get on her good side. Jesus. Sent from real client. Alright, you. That was the client. The devil! Faints. So, if you met the person... So you met the person that asked you to do this job? And you talked with them? What's this about good luck charm you received?
I can't talk about it.
Huh?
If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told.
Yeah, but I really, really have to know. Okay then. Only 2. Right. Time to do some psych unlocking. We'll start it and then we'll see. I want to eat. I have a cookie here. I'm gonna eat my cookie while we undo the psych lock. If I can open the package! I seem to trust this client quite a lot. In fact. Because they gave you this stamp?
No, that's not why. They listened to me. To my problem.
The problem that keeps her inside all the time?
Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out...
Oh, I just closed the window.
All I have to do is use a good luck charm.
Good luck charm. That your client gave you? I don't know what your client gave you. Is it the stamp? Take that! Oh, no, it's not the stamp. Okay. I don't have anything, so I'm gonna go on back to, I'm going here, yep. And I'm start the psych locks, and then we'll see. Because I don't know what's going on. The trick up his sleeve. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading to the evidence from the truth. To ask someone to take a life. Even one not long for this world. That's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish, his life was taken. But weakness, he was so powerful to coerce someone into committing murder. My guess is that was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troop lived in a world of showmanship, the flashier the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. What am I trying to prove? Life or death? And he didn't want to die from a tumor, or what? The gun? What am I supposed to present here? I don't even know if I have anything. Okay, I'm not gonna do that then. Let's go to the future, the present. This is crazy. I don't even know what's going on here, bro. Alright, Borscht Bowl Club. Wow. Here we are. Ah! I don't want to be here anymore. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. And I guess I'll go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. 2 hours left on my shift. Wonder if we'll get any customers tonight. Do you know who I am? Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding, I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. I seek true competition. I've heard of the Borscht Bowl Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true. See, and this is... What the fuck? What? What the fuck? The login? Okay. I'll do that later. What the? Why is he here? Don't mind me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman. He will not be playing tonight. His business is finished. I send him home. This competition will be between us, no others. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started, I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. Didn't take long for rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Don't know what that expression's supposed to mean. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then let's compete. I'll take you to the room. The hideout, yes. But before we go... Yes? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Phoenix! Oh, and I'm Burchell. Spark Burchell News Reporter. Oh, I'm... No. Phoenix Wright. You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am? Have we met? What the heck is happening? Wow, thanks for the flashback. Oh my god, how many times are they gonna show me that flashback? Oh, and Clavier there too. You can't be... But you're... Zach Gramarye? Yes, the reincarnation act of the century. Reincarnation? Yeah. Pity I only have an audience of one. You. Zach Gramarye? This must be a bad dream. Since this guy ruined my life. You there. We will play soon. Ready the room.
I'll be preparing the hideout for you.
What the frick is going on? Are you really him? The Zach Gramarye? Now I am Shady Smith, remember this. How many years has it been now? 6? In exactly 3 days from now it will be 7. It cost you so much inconvenience, I fear. Yeah, you could say that. Is she well? Trucy, I mean. She's fine. Got her working already. Hope you don't mind. I need hardly express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I've come. That and to settle a matter of cards. By what you mean, poker? Those eyes, he's serious. I despise losing above all else. And so I decided that I will win tonight, no matter what it takes. I know this guy's type. They're dangerous. Everything about the competition, all else is secondary. Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And that you. Jesus. We competed that day 7 years ago. Ah, yes, you must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue. Yes. Yes. That's why the sign's there. Huh? Okay. 1. Showdown time. I lost. It's only a game of poker. Game I've played for a long time and only lost twice. Who's the first? Man I killed, of course. You chose your defense attorneys by playing poker. Some are hired, others are fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of? I know that you do. Trucy's power? Trucy? She's in a class of her own. What is happening? For 7 years I've played poker here at the Borscht Bowl Club. And I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. She sends me signals.
Daddy, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance if you act quickly. Better call him soon.
Can you tell me what her power is? Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic. But those of Trucy's line possess a far greater skill. Her line? Recall if you were the second man to whom I've lost. Magnifique Gramarye. That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it. Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Gramarye. Is Apollo Trucy's brother? Are they family? What? Wait a minute. It's just in the Gramarye blood or something? Blood? Oh my god. 3! Sorry, but it's not something told lightly to outsiders. It's not something you need to know this time. Some kind of Gramarye secret then. Fine. About Trucy. She's 15 this year? She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know? I see. When I planned my disappearing act, There's a thought alone. It's thought of her alone that gave me pause. Wait, you're planning on vanishing from the get-go? Yes, and for that I must apologize. However, I cannot be found guilty that day because of this. This? A transferal of rights. You see the signature? A transferal. That's Magnifique Grammary's signature, isn't it? I hereby give all rights to Secret Stargaze, staging, and forms of my magic and below. Zach Grammarly. I hereby... Oh, yeah, I already read this. Zach Grammarly. Yes, it is I. Wait, this page looks torn. You recall the diary, yes? Oh, fuck. Oops. This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnifique gave it to me that night. You could have told me earlier, like 7 years earlier. Once again, I must apologize. That was all I could do to prepare for my escape from the courtroom. The greatest of Magnifique Grammary's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Its only bearer may perform his illusions on stage. Sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple. As the rightful heir to his art, I too wanted the rightful? I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor. Your daughter. That's why I've risked all to come here tonight. Rochelle. Sir! Here you go. What's this? Letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. What have you signed here as a witness? But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides. I may not look it, but I'm a certified notary. You are? By day I wear notaries. He's British, not British. Notary's glasses and hunt for the news. Also, by day I wear reporter's glasses and I notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well. Your signature, please. This is the first reason I've come here tonight. Okay, what the hell? Finally figured it out. Now I know why I've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said? Precisely. 7 years! This is crazy! What's happening? There's a law that covers your situation. Hi. Why is everyone here? Oh yeah, I guess it is just me talking to myself, huh? After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. If someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all of their possessions. Exactly. Which is why I'm here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document. Before my 7 years are up, you might say, I am securing my daughter's inheritance. Do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically? Not in this case, I'm afraid. This case? Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnifique Grammarly. However, this was done in secret without witnesses. Before Magnifique died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Grammarly, and Valen Grammarly. Not Trucy. I see. So you do need this document. I've known Rochelle since before I vanished. He's a man I trust. Why? Now, only 3 know of my rebirth. I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background. I found he had no other close kin. So as you say. Okay. I was kind of hoping you'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. Oh, no, 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 no. I want to present you the locket. Hi there. Take a look at this. This person in the photograph is Trucy's mother. How did you come by this? Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone. And it is so. Huh? She is gone. What more is there to say? Lots. I know. You're still here. According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifique Grammary's only daughter, end quote. What? Magnifique's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zack? Rochelle? You shouldn't say too much. Erg. What? Why am I the bad guy? Why? Zack decked him. Bro punched him? Deserved. In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over. Alyssa Grammarly. She's the most mysterious out of the whole lot. Need to gather me some evidence, clearly. Oh, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game? My final competition? Final? Why? I said I've come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that's done, I shall slip once more underground. Without seeing your daughter. It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago we played. 7 years ago I lost. I already lost to Magnifique. I do not care to lose to another. And I've heard that you never lose. It's just a rumor. Yes, or it's impossible to never lose. Unless one has an ape up one sleeve. Ah ha 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 ha! Okay, bye, official. Have a good time. Oh, they already left. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation. I think a mere lawyer might be out there pulling the wool over so many eyes. Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up? That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned. This guy's beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards. Rochelle, you may leave. But it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop. I punch and I punch, but still it's not enough. Good night. Just remember the future prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, nice meeting you, Piano Man. Why haven't I seen her around here before? I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He didn't seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe his name was. You know him? After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much about a true competition. Remember this. The Grammarly power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. I knew where to get it, Trucy's mother. A name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. Kristoff? And the name Zack Grammarly knew. But how and why? Well, he said Gavin. He didn't say Clavier, because Clavier prosecuted him. But, yeah. What the fuck? I think we're gonna... Okay, I'm gonna do this first, and then we'll see. Hi, you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm out of here. This is crazy. I don't know what's going on here. What is the Mason system? I don't understand anything. Is Apollo a grammary? This is stupid. I'm out of here.